So let me just ask you, does the world feel like kind of broken to you sometimes? You scroll through your phone, you turn on the news, and it just feels like everything and everyone is fractured, divided. It is nonstop, isn't it? We're always being pushed to pick a side. It is left versus right, this belief versus that one. It can really start to feel like reality is just a big chaotic mess of separate, conflicting things. But what if I told you that this whole feeling of division, this deep sense of us versus them, what if it's all based on giant misunderstanding of how the universe actually works? And this is where it gets really wild. We are going to see how one of the biggest discoveries in all of the science was basically spelled out with shocking accuracy, not by a physicist in a lab, but by a guru 500 years ago. Today, we are diving into something pretty mind bending. We are going to connect 500 years old spiritual idea with the absolute cutting edge of modern physics. We are talking about Onkar, the unified quantum field. So let's start with the ancient piece of wisdom. We are going to unlock very first line of Sikh spiritual text, the Japji Sahib. It is a line known as the Mool Mantra, and it all begins with these two simple words, Ik, Onkar. Now, this isn't just a catchy phrase. It is the absolute foundational statement of Sikh philosophy. It is meant to describe the very nature of reality itself. Now, a lot of people translate this as one God, but honestly, that doesn't even begin to cover it. It is easy. It is the number one. But Onkar refers to this universal, all creative reality. So the core idea is pretty profound. There is only one reality, and it is the creative force behind everything that exists. And get this, it makes it super clear. We are not talking about some human like figure in the sky. This one reality is described as truth itself. It is the creator, for sure. But it's without fear, without hate, it's timeless. It was never born, and it exists all on its own. It just is everywhere, all at once. Okay, put a pin on that idea. Well, let's hold that thought and completely switch gears over to the world of science. Because for centuries we thought the universe was totally different kind of place. But a huge shift was on its way. For the longest time, science saw the universe like a giant game of poo, right? Just a bunch of tiny solid things, atoms bouncing off each other. But when we started looking closer, like really close, at the subatomic level, and the entire model just completely fell apart. Reality is way, way weirder than that. This whole new understanding led to something called quantum field theory, or QFT. And I have to stress, this isn't some fringe idea. It is hands down the most successful, most tested model of reality in the history of science. And what does it say? It says the universe is not made of things, it's made of fields. So prepare to have your mind blown a little bit. Everything you think of as solid, the screen you are watching this on, your own body, it is not actually a thing. It is just a little localized vibration, a tiny ripple of energy in a giant invisible field that fills up all of space and time. Okay, so you see where we are going with this, right? We have got this 500-year-old spiritual declaration on one hand and our most advanced scientific theory on the other. Now let's smash them together and see what happens. And there it is, the big convergence. Ik Onkar says there is only one reality. Quantum field theory says everything is in existence is just an expression of one single unified field. They are describing the exact same thing. Just centuries and cultures apart, it is unbelievable. The takeaway here is absolutely staggering. It means that feeling of separation, the whole idea of me over here and you over there, it's the ultimate illusion. It's a trick of our perception, not a fundamental fact of reality. This totally reframes what it means to be you. If everything is just one big field vibrating in different ways, then you and I are not really separate entities. We are more like different notes being played on the same cosmic instrument, different frequencies, but from exact same source. So this is all real cool, mind-bending stuff. But so what, right? How does this abstract idea actually change how we live our life? Right here, right now. Let's try and make this practical. Well, just think about the big struggles we all face. That feeling of being totally alone in the universe, that constant search for meaning, even the fear of death. A lot of that stuff is a direct result of believing in this illusion of being separate. And this is why that Mool Mantra is so unbelievably powerful. It's not just a religious thing. You can look at it as a statement of physics. It is a description of a reality that science took 500 years to catch up to. You cannot be separate from the whole. You're not just in the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. So here is a simple little practice you can take with you. The next time you feel us versus them feelings start to bubble up, just pause. Second, remember the science, the single underlying field that connects everything. And third, just try to realize that you are an indivisible, essential part of that one reality. Of course, an idea this big opens up a whole new can of worms, doesn't it? If everything is just one big interconnected field playing out, are our choices actually our own? Do we really have free will? That's a philosophical heavyweight. And it's exactly what we are going to get into in our next explainer. Thanks for joining us.